Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Makeup by Jara. I'm doing an everyday glam makeup tutorial for you today. So I'm starting off with my MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot in shade Painterly. I'm putting that all over my eyelids and blending that out so the shadow goes on seamlessly. Next, using my Morph M330 brush, I used Anastasia Beverly Hills Shadow in Dusty Rose. I'm doing that in my crease, blending that in so it looks very smooth and showing me I have a defined crease. Next, I'm using my Morph M200 brush. I used Anastasia Beverly Hills Shadow in Red Earth. I'm doing that on my inner corners of my eyes as well as my outer corners and just blending that to make it look more seamless. Then I used my Morphe M416 brush and dipped it in Essence Metal Glam Shadow in Hello Goldie. I'm doing that all over the lids to make it shine and make it really noticeable. Next, I used my Morph M326 brush. I used both ABH shadows like I did before, Dusty Rose and Red Earth, for underneath my waterline. Next, I primed my face with Rimmel Lasting Finish Primer. This is good because it makes your foundation stay on longer and it wears up to 8 hours, which is great. I do this on my neck as well. Now I'm using my Zit Zapping Concealer from e.l.f., which is green. It color corrects my blemishes and makes them go away, which is awesome. Next, I'm using my Maybelline Cover Foundation Corrector in green. I'm doing this all over the redness of my cheeks, as well as the outer corners of my lips and my chin. I'm using Mario Badescu Rose Water on a sponge, blending this all out. Then to color correct my dark circles, I'm using LA Girl Pro Concealer in Orange Corrector and blending that with a Quo sponge. Then I'm putting e.l.f. Concealer in Fair and blending that on top with a sponge as well so you don't see the corrector as much. Next, I'm taking all natural argan oil and putting that on my big oval brush. The argan oil is nice, it smooths out your complexion and makes the foundation go on easier. And I'm taking a pea-sized amount of Stila Illuminating Liquid Foundation in shade 70 Watts, putting that all over my face in the key areas I need coverage. And taking my oval brush that I put the argan oil on and blending it out. I'm doing this all over my face as well as my neck to have an even skin tone. Now I'm using my Tarte Hybrid Gel Foundation in light medium beige and blending that out with a beauty blender. I'm doing this so I have more coverage as well as I have the illuminating base underneath, but this is good to cover your face a bit more. Blending that all, including my neck as well. Then I'm using my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in shade Fair, and I'm doing this under my eyes, on my chin, on my cupid's bow, under my cheekbones, on my forehead, and on the bridge of my nose to give you that highlighting effect. Then I'm using Mario Badescu Rose Water again with a sponge, blending all that out. Next, I'm using a small oval brush and with a palette that I got off Amazon, a contour cream palette, and I'm doing that in the hollows of my cheekbones, on my forehead, under my chin, in all the places you want to have shade. Now I'm using an even smaller oval brush and doing the sides of my nose to contour it, make it smaller, as well as doing underneath my nose to really give it a shadow, make it look rounder. Now I'm using a tapered brush, also from Amazon, and I'm just evening everything out, making sure it blends in seamlessly. And using a small sponge with my Mario Badescu Rose Water, I'm going on my nose to blend everything in, make the shadows look more natural. Next, I'm going to use a small sponge and my NYC Smooth Skin Loose Translucent Powder, and I'm baking my face with this. So baking your face just means it's going to set it longer, so I'm doing this under my eyes, under my cheekbones, on my chin, cupid's bow, on my cheeks, forehead, as well as the bridge of my nose and the sides of my nose. I'm using my Wet n Wild contouring palette in Dolce de Leche, and I'm using the bronzing powder for this and going on my cheekbones, as well as my forehead and the sides, so my temples, and underneath my jawline to give it an even more defined look. Then I'm using my Goof Proof pencil from Benefit in shade number 6 to shape out my brows. And I'm using the spoolie for that first to get them the perfect shape, and now I'm filling the outer sides of them. Now I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in dark brown with an Ardell eyebrow brush, and I'm just filling those in. I'm focusing on the outer corners because I want those the darkest, because those are the lightest points of my eyebrows. And I'm doing a bit in the middle as well as in the front, but you want to keep that more light to make the ombre look more natural. Now I'm using a spoolie to make everything go in better. Now I'm using my Browsings from Benefit in the shade dark brown, and I'm using the powder in that just to put on the edges of my eyebrows to make them even more darker and more natural looking. Now I'm using Shape Tape again to conceal underneath my eyebrows to make them look even more, I want to carve them out, make them look even more perfect. Blend that out with a sponge. Then I'm blending in my loose powder with my Morphe M462 brush and blending out the bronzer with my Morphe M439 brush, making that look more natural, not as much as a line, rather an actual cheekbone. Then when I'm done with that, I'm going to use my Too Faced blush in Candy Glow, using my Morphe M106 brush, and putting that on the apples of my cheeks, doing a bit of a smiling face to get those really showing, blending that out to make it more natural. Now with a sponge, I'm highlighting using NYX's Bright Idea Illuminating Stick in Chardonnay Summer. I'm just putting that on the tops of my cheeks, my temple, the bridge of my nose, the point of my nose, my cupid's bow, and a bit underneath my eyebrows to really illuminate those areas. Now I'm using my Wild and Radiant palette from BH Cosmetics, using the 2 lightest shades, and I'm going over what I highlighted to make it extra illuminated. So my temples, my cheekbones on top of them, the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, and just making them look really accentuated. For lips, I'm lining with Dolce K from Kylie Cosmetics, and I'm doing the bottom of my lip. Then I'm going to do an X form on my cupid's bow and the top of my lip. Then I'm using Revlon lip color in HD Seduction. This is a matte lip color. It's really pretty. It's a good base. On top, I'm taking a pea-sized amount on my index finger of Kylie Cosmetics Dolce K. This makes it a little darker, and it'll last longer because of this. Doing it on the top as well. Then I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Falsies Push-Up Angel Mascara to coat my top lashes. So I like to go on top and the bottom of this to really get them individualized and pointy. I like to do a lot of coats on each lash. So once I'm done both sides of that, for a final top coat, I'm going to do Benefit's They're Real Mascara, and I'm doing that as a final top coat. And I also do that for my bottom lashes because it's better because it makes them more individualized than the other mascara. To finish up, I'm using my Mario Badescu Rose Water to set my face and keep it there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I look forward to making more tutorials, and I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks so much.